Hello lovely subscribers and non-subscribers. Oh, please subscribe. Get that in quickly, shan't I? Don't often just sit here doing these kind of face-to-face videos. I thought I'd just do a quick one now. What an interesting year 2024 was. So my little Berlingo, which I'd been living in. What's that over there? Hold on. It's a buzzard. Is it a buzzard? Yeah, it's a buzzard. So I've been living in my Berlingo since February 2018, and it finally gave up just before Christmas 2023. So in there 5 or 6 years, you can do the maths, in that little Berlingo, a lovely little van. Bought that for £600 and it lasted me that long, and because I was living in it, I saved a huge amount in terms of rent and other bills or other standing charges I can escape. Obviously I need to run the vehicle, but petrol isn't cheap. Might try and go electric at some point. Anyway, so yeah, I moved into my vehicle February 2018 down in Falmouth, hence the Cornish van dweller. I was living in a van in Cornwall when I started this YouTube channel. Although at one point it was called the Vectis van dweller. Vectis obviously being, I think it's a Roman name for the Isle of Wight. So I can't really remember whether I started the Cornish Van Dweller channel as the Vectis Van Dweller, so whether I started it on the Isle of Wight, or whether I genuinely did start it as Cornish Van Dweller, then changed it to Vectis Van Dweller, then back to Cornish Van Dweller. Doesn't matter. The point is, I lived in that little Berlingo until the end of 2023. Didn't have any money when that broke, that vehicle. So basically 3 things went wrong with it. The power steering pump kind of imploded on itself. The exhaust fell off and wrecked the catalytic converter, and all the electrics went kaput. And it was the electrics going kaput that really wasn't really viable to get it all repaired. So I ended up leaving it stranded up on Soapsuds Alley, Steep Hill Down Road for a couple of months. And I went and moved into a hut down on Ventnor Bay, down in Ventnor Beach, down the bottom. I'm currently on the Isle of Wight in Ventnor. Moved into that little hut. Well, it was quite a big hut actually. Had electricity and there was a microwave in there and a kitchen, which is quite handy. Quite unaccustomed to those kind of luxuries. What's that over there? It's a buzzard again. Do love this little camera because it follows me around. This is the Osmo Pocket 3 with active track turned on. I can only go so far though. If I go far enough here, it will lose sight of me eventually. Maybe. Is it going to lose sight of me, or is it just going to continue to follow me? It still seems to be following me, so maybe it can go all the way around. That's interesting. I didn't realise that. Oh no, it stopped. It stopped. Yeah, I've reached the limit there, but it's still on me now. But anyway, yeah, so I lived in that little hut for a couple of months. I can't actually remember when I moved into my Citroen C1. If anyone's watching this and can remember, tell me in the comment section. I mean, I'm sure if I look back at my videos, I'll find one that of me moving into that little car. I just can't remember, to be honest. But I bought that little car, Citroen C1, for £400, I think it was, from Jack, the local beach safety guy, the lifeguard. That was a brilliant buy. So I took out the passenger seats and what's that? If I put my binoculars, I could have binoculars over there. It's gone now. Keep them with you. Yeah, so I took the passenger seat out, and now I have kind of 7 foot between the very back of the C1 and the kind of the footwell of the passenger seat, and I'm only 6'8", I think I am, so plenty of room for me. No, I'm not 6'8", I'm 5'8". I'm not a monster. So yeah, I moved into that little C1 and I've been living in it ever since. What's that, 8 or 9 months? Where are we? January 2025, so chaffinches. And there's a carrion crow up there as well, one of my friendly ones that wants to be fed, but I forgot to bring food up for it. So yeah, I moved into the C1 and I'm still in there. And I very recently You know, I went through the summer where we didn't have a hot summer, so it didn't get too hot in the C1, luckily. We didn't really have any very hot nights, which is what tends to be a bit of a problem in smaller cars. So it wasn't too hot over the summer. Then we moved into the autumn and I purchased I think it's a -25, well it's +5, -25 sleeping bag. They're never quite as good as they claim, but it's proved to be superb. Too warm at the moment. So it's barely dropped below 0. I mean, I've had a couple of days where it has dropped, you know, a degree or two below 0. But in that little car, it's so warm, and it does feel warmer than it ever did in the Berlingo because it's a much smaller space. Yeah, so living in that little car, I mean, 2024 was not very productive in terms of book writing. It was basically a complete failure. I've picked it up, luckily, the last week, last two or 3 weeks really, 2024. Just gone, and this first week of January I've been doing a lot more writing. So I've done some writing this morning, and I have 500 or 600 words in a book, which is the book all about my van dwelling adventure and location independent lifestyle. That's coming along nicely, but 2024 didn't do very well with the books. Now in May I had 500 subscribers to this channel, and now it's 1,711, I think. It was about 10 minutes ago. Let's quickly check that. I can check it on the app on my phone. Do love this little iPhone Mini 13. Do so much on it, apart from find the blooming app I'm looking for. Where are you? Where have I hidden you? There you are. Yeah, 1,711 subscribers. So since May 2024 and now, I've gained. Well, I've gone from 500 subscribers to 1,711. Can I get up to 2,000 by March? That's my current working target. If I'm lucky I can. I need to produce a lot more content competently. I'll probably do more face-to-face videos like this because they're quite nice. It's getting quite chilly now, so I'm going to move on in a second. But yeah, so this YouTube channel that you're watching now, do please subscribe if you haven't already done so. Is doing nicely. Earns me about between £1 and £2 a day at the moment. It's gone down a little bit again. So it was at its peak. It was earning me about £3 a day. It's gone down from there just because I haven't been uploading as many videos and I haven't got the quality. So I need to uplift the quality of my videos and improve the thumbnails and just apply myself a bit more to video content creation, because I am quite enjoying it. Although video editing isn't, you know, I have fairly limited patience for sitting down in a coffee shop editing videos, but I have enough patience to apply myself a bit more to make them better quality for you, so you're actually getting better videos and not just the same old every other day. So I'm going to uplift the quality of my YouTube videos, do more writing. So writing one stream of income, the YouTube videos second stream of income. I'm definitely going to do a short course this year, 2025, and that will, you know, I think I could quite enjoy producing short courses, low cost short courses. Is that Carrying Crow having a go at me for not giving him food? Yeah, and I need to, I mean it's winter now, I should have done the car build properly over the summer when it was warm, but I'm going to go down, well I've got to go to Dorset in a couple of days, then I'm going to go down into Cornwall and get some more timber from Trago Mills. Quite why I don't just go over to Newport on the Isle of Wight and buy timber, I don't know. It's because I like going to Trago Mills, I suppose. I can pick up other things there, which everything's just all together in Trago, and I just like supporting that little business. I'm mumbling a bit now, and I'm going to go for a walk. Go down to the bay. There are some purple sandpipers, which are a little dinky little bird, purple during the breeding season. Oh, a little bit purple this time of year as well. But they live down on the rocks down at the Eastern Esplanade car park here in Ventnor in winter, i.e. this time of year. And they're smart little birds, they're little tiny waders, so they've got the long needle thin beaks and the little body not much longer than the beak itself, and they look pretty groovy, but they're really hard to see. So let's go for a walk. Oh, I do love this active track. Very good. I need to get it's one of my next little investments is a selfie stick, so I can hold this a little bit further away from me. I don't really like having the camera right in my face, which is probably why I don't do these kind of videos that often, but also because I'm a scruffy mess. Look at me. Oh well, let's swing you around so you can see where I am. There we go. It's brilliant, isn't it, this little camera, that you can do that. You can just press a little button on the screen and give a different perspective. Let's just have a look over the view at the bay. Ventnor Bay. It's not a bay, it's a cove. Apparently, the geologists, coastal people tell me, so I should stop calling it a bay. But there it is, there is Ventnor Beach. Let's zoom in a bit. Gorgeous. And then pan this way. I've got to remember to go slowly when I do this panning, rather than rush all over the place. Focus in. So there's Coombe Bottom, this is Ventnor. There's Coombe Bottom and Ventnor radar station. Noticing that the days are getting longer. Let's press that button again. Get the active track working. Yeah, the days are getting longer, gradually drawing out. There's Ventnor Bay, Ventnor Beach, Ventnor Cove. Sun up there, setting in the western sky, and there's Ventnor Bay, Ventnor Cove, Ventnor Beach, looking lovely. There were quite a few surfers out earlier, but they've all vanished now. I'm definitely no surfer, but it still seems pretty good to me. Some nice sets coming in. Here's my little home, so to speak. Got my laundry out. Probably not going to dry in this conditions. What a chaotic mess. Good grief. So basically there's a mattress under there, believe it or not, and I have to pile all this junk over to this side when I want to sleep in there. But you can see the passenger seat's not in there. But yeah, believe it or not, there is a mattress buried under there. So I need to properly embrace minimalism and clear a load of this junk out. Worldly possessions now in that car, so I don't have anything in storage. Wow, look at this. Here comes one of the fishing boats coming in to the harbour. That's Ed Blake, I believe. Where's he going to land? Will he go round to the left? Must have been blooming cold out there last night. Oh, sorry, not last night, today. He's waving at me. So we watch him crash. He's using a twig to get his rope. It's quite funny, really. Bit more than a twig, but you know what I mean. So this is the Eastern Esplanade here in Ventnor, Isle of Wight, and there have been up to 4 Purple Sandpipers seen along here within the last week or so. It's the first week of January 2025. Now, you're as likely to see them on this video as I am to miss them. So I'm looking, but you look as well, because it may well be that you see one that I don't actually see. To be honest, the tide might be too high at the moment. Yeah, especially along here. I don't think they're going to be on these rocks. They're probably roosting over on the higher rocks around the harbour. Let's walk along a little bit. You never know. Yeah, I don't think they'd be crazy enough to be feeding in these conditions, or with the tide as high as it is. I don't know, maybe they are. Yeah, it's been drowned out here, so let's walk along a little bit. Didn't realise the tide was quite this high. There goes the sun off to the west. Yeah, even along there, the apron where they often will get when the tide is higher, that's all being washed out as well. So definitely not going to bother walking along there to try and see these Purple Sandpipers. I'll try again when the tide gets lower. Not quite as rough. Well, it's turned proper cold and I'm now hiding in the car, so I'm going to leave it at that, I think. Have a lovely evening, people, and I will see you at the next video, whenever that will be, probably tomorrow. So I hope you're enjoying this video about Ventnor and the Undercliff. If so, then don't forget there are 2 books that I've written. One, Bird Watching Around Ventnor, creatively named, and the second one is Wildlife Watching Around Ventnor. Just short books about the local area that are the subject of this video, available on Amazon. I'll put a link below this video, and you can also order it from the library, and it's available in all major bookshops, both of these little booklets, and in a few shops along the Esplanade, like the Longshoremen's Museum and Lady Scarlett's Tea Room as well. But yeah, I'll put a link to the description if you want a slightly deeper dive into the Isle of Wight Undercliff. Then these 2 little booklets might be of interest to you. Just go onto Amazon otherwise and just search for Steve Jones and Ventnor and you should find them.